what does Gary Vee speak to? What's his mantra? He's all about just going all in on things. He's 100%, which is what people love about him. And to young entrepreneurs that are trying to create something in a space and in a market that is moving so fast and is so noisy, and 1 in 1,000 even ends up getting out of the gates to become a true startup. He's saying as an entrepreneur, look, don't buy a house. Take all these assets you have or this lump of cash, use it towards your business, use it towards advertising, use it towards building, towards creating, as opposed to spreading yourself thin. And there could be some truth to that. I have a different mindset in that I think people, because I've worked with a lot of entrepreneurs on the other side, here in the Bay Area, who have been mid-startup or in very, very early stages of formulating something. And in some cases, something pretty amazing and special that I'm sure is gonna be around. You know these people too. We work with lots of them, we know lots of them. They also bought a house, midpoint, right? Gary Vee saying, don't dump all your resources. Well, you don't have to. There are low down payment options available. Just because you have $200,000 available to either put in towards a house or a business, doesn't mean you need to use all of it. You could put down as little as 10% down or 5% down, buy something that's yours, and still fund your business or still be able to allocate money towards what it is that you want to do. And why do I feel that that is actually a better route to go? Or why is it a better mindset? Because of the responsibility and the pressure, good pressure that it puts on you. I always say pressure is privilege, and that's an expression that gets used a lot in various communities. If I own something, I've got a fire under my ass because I've got this big bill to pay. If I don't pay my rent, there's ways to extend that out, and I may not get kicked out. If I don't pay my mortgage, it's a pretty tight timeline, and this place gets sold. The bank takes it and I'm gone. So I've got a fire under my ass to make sure that this is being met. And I've found that all the entrepreneurs I've worked with, and you know many of these guys and work with them too, it's actually fueled their endeavors or what they're getting into, because it's made them hyper-focused, hyper-vigilant with their money. They're actually more thoughtful and mindful and deliberate with how they spend these dollars and careful over here, as opposed to saying, I've got this big chunk of money, I've got to use it towards this, and we're just going to disperse it out and see what happens and go hard and run hard. So while I appreciate and respect what Gary's saying in terms of focus and not being distracted, that's what he's really talking to with entrepreneurs in the 20s and 30s. Don't spread yourself too thin, dedicate here. There's a case to be made where you can actually do both. You don't have to do it in the conventional way of thinking, where it can be all or nothing. You can do a little here, still get your piece of the market, use it as a motivating factor that now I've got a big responsibility and I've got to fuel this by fueling this, and vice versa, and you'll come out ahead.